This is Zula. I did a video with her yesterday. She's a pretty wild dog, and a lot of you commented that you wanted to see the process that I alluded to about calming her down. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So think about how to calm a dog down. Fundamentally, calm a dog down is not easy at all. Exercise helps, but like, how do you fundamentally change somebody? It's really hard. People go to therapy for years for that stuff. So I'm going to show you that process today. So think about from a dog's standpoint. The crazy dogs, the off-leash crazy dogs, they are either on leash and then they are off leash. And there's no middle ground. We want to create that middle ground. You want to create that middle ground to where the leash is being used, but it's not being used, if that makes sense. So right now, look at her. She's a crazy puller. So I'm not going to worry about loose leash walking. I'll show you a video, and I've shown you many videos of that. Right now, I want the dog to essentially think it's off leash, but it's not. And then it'll start to just not know when it's on leash or when it's off leash. Okay, so dog's gonna, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let her cruise. We're not working on loose leash walking. She can cruise almost like she's off leash, but she's gonna get a little correction. She's gotta start paying attention to me, right? She can be on my left, she can, if you've seen my videos, you're like, I'm like, keep the dog on the left, you know, have it controlled. That's not the case. She can do whatever she wants right now. She just can't wander off. This is gonna bridge that gap between on leash and off leash. Dawson, why don't you let out any two dogs that are at that gate? So yesterday you guys saw the dogs out and this dog be crazy. Now you're gonna see dogs out and this dog not allowed to be crazy. Not allowed to be crazy. Good, you see that? Good girl. She like followed me. Now she's leaving me to say hi to dogs. That's not okay. It's not okay. Good, that was okay. That was within criteria. There's many things that are within criteria, but I'm walking this way. Oh, but it's so, Prince, leave her. Oh, but it's so mean, the dog's on leash and the other dogs are off leash. Prince, leave it. No, it's not. It's not unfair. This dog has problems that need to be fixed, and this is the only way to fix them. Training a sit, training a come, that doesn't calm a dog down. That trains a sit or trains a come. The dog, if you think about the video yesterday, this dog was with a bunch of dogs running around here going completely insane. Now this dog is with a bunch of dogs, yet there is some aspect of control. So when I eventually take this off, do you think that this dog is gonna then go insane? Probably not, because we're bridging that middle of the road gap. We're bridging that I'm on leash, I'm on leash and so I'm good, and then I'm off leash and I go insane, like your dog at home. We're bridging that gap with this process right now. We're giving her little corrections. Yeah, we are. Treats aren't gonna fix this. And no one watching this has the time, if there even is a method, of like, well, find the threshold and keep her calm, and no one watching this has that kind of time. Okay, Dawson, let the rest of the dogs out, please. She's watching, here they come. Just open the whole thing. Come on, guys. Look, she's like, yes, but there's dogs out. When there's dogs out, I go completely insane. I run around. I get them to chase me. And the owners are like, yeah, but we don't want that. We can't have that. So now there's a middle of the road. Dog is calm. Not that calm, but she's kind of being able to cruise with her friends, but there's some controls to it. Some controls. Do you think these little corrections hurt this dog? No, this dog's a little tank. Good, she can play with them within reason. Good girl, looking at me right there. Now, next thing I'm gonna do, the fake leash takeoff method. Ready for this? Say hi to her friends. Say hi to her friends, but can't just sit there and say, yeah, but because she's on a leash. Like the big thing about this is there's a leash involved. She can't get to her friends, and we want to train this leash to mean something to the dog. And if she just goes wherever she wants when she's on a leash, it means nothing. Sit, Here's the leash, fake takeoff method. Sit. She might be savvy to it. Fake like you take it off. Okay. Oh, she's too smart. Sit. Sit. I'm done asking. We're not gonna beg for a sit. I'm gonna try, sit. Stay. Okay. She's too savvy. Quick, long leash method. Then eventually we're gonna take this leash off. What's that been, 5 minutes? Sit. Stay. Okay. Now she's more free, but she's not totally free. So now she's gonna be able to cruise around even more, almost like she's off leash, but she's technically not on leash. Now here's what I want you guys to compare. When I take this long leash off, I want you to go back to the video I made yesterday of this dog running around right here, crazy with this group of dogs and being like out of its mind. Then I want you to compare after 5 minutes of that leash and the method I did, and 1 minute of this long leash and the method I did. I want you to compare the two and see if the dog today is calmer than it was yesterday. Fundamentally calmer, okay? Because there was controls where she basically was like, yeah, I can't just do whatever I want. I can't just launch or run to those dogs. She's already calmer. She's already cruising around. Much, much calmer. Look, she's being really good. Good girl. We're gonna actually take, so it just gets them tamped down a little bit. The leash stuff, especially the short leash, just gets them tamped down to where they're just not flying into situations and parks and friends coming over with their dogs and just spiraling out of control, right? It got control with I have 5 dogs here. And now when I let her off, she's a different dog. So you guys wanted to see the process, so we're gonna show it right now. Zula, sit. Stay. Okay, okay. You like that? Okay, I love the hesitancy. I don't want a dog to know when it's off leash and when it's on leash. I want to release them and them kind of go, am I on a leash, am I off leash? The opposite of that would be you guys at the park and you go, sit, stay, and you take the leash off and your dog's like, oh my God, when am I gonna go? And then you say, okay, and the dog goes freaking nuts and flies. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes you want your dog to be a little more chill than that and walk away from you and not just fly away from you, because that fly away is gonna be harder for you to get a recall because the dog's out of its mind, and there's such a difference between on leash and off leash. Dog's gonna fly away and another dog's gonna chase it because it doesn't like its energy. You want calmness in your dogs. This leash stuff, the short stuff I did, where the dog was kind of leaving me and I'd turn, give a correction, it just calmed this dog down. This dog is now a totally different dog than it was yesterday. Now, yesterday was the first meeting. I get it. This is the third meeting. I get it. But it's a different dog. So that is my process. Here she comes, to calming the dog, and the process you should do to calm your own dog using leashes.